What would be the repercussions if the United States began to fabricate its economic statistics? Let's take a closer look at the unfortunate consequences faced by other nations that have engaged in similar fraud. Deceiving your creditors is a precarious strategy even for individuals, but it becomes significantly more perilous when it involves an entire nation. This is a concern that critics of former President Donald Trump highlighted when he dismissed the head of the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics following unsatisfactory employment figures. Though there is currently no evidence to suggest that the economic data has been manipulated, despite claims from the White House, concerns emerged from the nomination of a politically aligned individual to direct a key economic data agency, raising alarms in global economic and financial communities. Historical examples provide a cautionary tale. Nations such as Greece and Argentina have faced severe backlash from investors due to their history of disseminating falsified statistics. Alan Blinder, a former vice chair of the Federal Reserve, expressed concern to CNN, stating, "President Trump has taken a negative step down a slippery slope. Our next worry is the potential manipulation of data." The health of the U.S. economy is not just a concern for Americans. It resonates worldwide, impacting everyone from wealthy individuals in upscale New York City high-rises to those struggling to survive in impoverished areas of developing countries. While Greece notoriously gamed the system to join the European Union and Argentina continues to be entangled in legal disputes regarding its misleading figures, the situation in the U.S. is markedly different. The American economy stands as the largest in the world, bolstered by its global influence and its history of robust performance. The Trump administration contends that the decision to terminate Erica McIntyre was not politically motivated, but rather aimed at improving the accuracy and rigor of data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS. According to White House spokesperson Taylor Rogers, the unusual revisions in BLS data over recent years, particularly post-COVID, have called the agency's accuracy into question. President Trump believes that businesses, families, and policymakers deserve precise data to guide their choices, and he aims to restore the public's trust in the BLS. Yet, many economists caution that the United States currently finds itself at a critical juncture as it observes the future of data series once hailed as the benchmark for quality, even as some experts concur that advancements in modeling and modernization could significantly enhance data accuracy. Michael Haight, who serves as the lead sovereign analyst at the rating agency Morningstar DBRS, emphasized, "There is no alternative to credible government data." Turning to the cases of Greece and Argentina, in 2004, Greece admitted to misrepresenting its national deficit and debt figures in order to qualify for Eurozone membership in 2001. However, the deception did not cease there. Economist Andreas Georgiou, who was appointed to Greece's statistical agency in 2010, made a bold move. He aimed to publish deficit figures that reflected reality. Following a long history of unreliable statistics that rendered Greek official data a global joke, his efforts were eye-opening. Unfortunately, this led to years of legal battles and accusations that he falsely inflated the country's deficit figures. Even the European Union condemned Greece's previous deceit. This manipulation exacerbated the fallout from the 2008-2009 global financial crisis in Greece. Investors, wary of the country's actual financial state, became hesitant to lend, resulting in increasingly higher interest rates for Greek bonds. The austerity measures imposed by the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund required to rescue Greece incited public outrage, leading to images of citizens clashing in the streets, burning vehicles, and exhibiting their fury. Simultaneously, Argentina has faced scrutiny for its inflation and economic growth statistics over decades, hampering investment despite its rich natural resources. In 2007, then-President Nestor Kirchner demoted the official tasked with reporting inflation data as she accurately noted rising prices. This skepticism spread, with both common citizens and global investors questioning the integrity of official inflation figures for years. Ultimately, this contributed to Argentina's credit ratings remaining in the junk category, a situation often cited by investors as justification to charge higher interest rates for loans. It's worth noting that previous sovereign defaults also played a significant role in this scenario, as unreliable inflation data did not occur in isolation. This issue is crucial for everyday people, as both short and long-term debts, ranging from federal to local governments, are essential in funding vital public services like schools and roads. When lenders retract their willingness to provide funds or raise the cost of borrowing, the repercussions are felt most keenly by the average citizen. Despite these cautionary tales, Robert Shapiro, chairman of the economic consulting firm Sonecon and a former Undersecretary of Commerce for Economic Affairs under President Bill Clinton, believes that the U.S. is not mirroring the crises faced by Greece and Argentina. He pointed out that when the truth about manipulated data was revealed in both Greece and Argentina, those economies were already in dire straits. Consequently, the market's reaction to data unreliability was somewhat muted, as investment and employment were already in decline. In contrast, the U.S. economy is experiencing growth, achieving a robust annualized growth rate of 3% as of the second quarter, with an economy surpassing $30 trillion. United States possesses an economic weight that Greece and Argentina do not. We are the largest global economy, and we hold the position of the world's foremost financial center, Shapiro stated. The firing of Dr. Erica McIntarfer from the Bureau of Labor Statistics came shortly after an August 1st jobs report revealed that job growth in July had significantly slowed, with downward revisions for previous months' data. Trump accused McIntarfer of manipulating these reports for political gain, although he provided no evidence to support this claim. However, analysts argue otherwise. The U.S. is regarded as a global leader in providing high-quality data. Michael Haidt mentioned, the BLS is a world-class institution. The U.S. has long set the standard for data. Former BLS Commissioner William Beach also stated that there was no possibility for McIntarfer or anyone else to falsify the data. By the time the commissioner receives the numbers, they're already encrypted in the computer system, he explained. There's no involvement at all from the commissioner. Nevertheless, the significant revisions made to the Bureau's data have raised concerns, not only this month, but in past instances as well. For instance, the preliminary annual revision in August 2024 reflected a staggering reduction of 818,000 jobs added over the previous year than what had initially been reported. Such vast revisions may indicate more significant issues regarding how the BLS collects data and constructs its economic models, as noted by Catherine Rooney Vera, Chief Market Strategist and Chief Economist at StoneX. She pointed out that various economists and researchers had flagged these as structural problems long before Trump's exit or the termination of the BLS commissioner. Furthermore, Shapiro introduced another important factor: budget cuts. The BLS has already announced it will reduce data collection due to its limited workforce, which could result in delays in finalizing data releases. In the context of the jobs report, larger companies tend to report their data first, whereas smaller firms lag behind. Therefore, many responses arrive after the initial estimate is released, which leads to significant revisions, he said. Still, the U.S. benefits from a variety of public and private data sources to provide a more comprehensive view of its economy. Shapiro highlighted institutions like the Census Bureau and the Bureau of Economic Analysis. These organizations are made up almost entirely of statisticians and economists, Shapiro noted. Their roles are strictly non-political. So, as we contemplate the integrity of economic data, we must question, what happens when accuracy becomes entangled with political motives? Can we trust that the numbers we receive are genuine, or are they subject to manipulation? Let's delve into the conversation. Do you believe that economic data should remain neutral and sacrosanct, or is there room for political influence in its presentation? Share your thoughts. I'd love to hear your perspective.